I assume we all go through life knowing that we know how to think. So we never bother wondering if we have been thinking the right way. We never ask questions like, how do people that are successful, that are more successful than me, think differently? Or for example, if you're a guy who doesn't know how to talk to a girl and you see other guy doing it effortlessly and being good at it, I'm sure that you wonder how can they be so good at it. But I'm certain that you never question your own way of thinking, how you go about it, how you take action about it. You kind of just go with the flow. In this video, I will give you 4 reasons to change the way you think and learn how successful people think. Either you're a guy who's trying to get better at game, or you're a student who's trying to learn effective way to study, an entrepreneur who's trying to learn skill when thinking about your goal, etc. And at the end of the video, I will share 3 books that will help you think effectively and be productive in your actions. Hi, my name is Menelik. I am a marathon runner. I am an FTMO trader. I share tips and ideas about being productive, effective, and developing a growth mindset through challenging the body and the mind. Like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Without any further ado, let's get to the video. Number 1, thinking is a process. We all tend to know that, okay, we think in our head and we make decisions based on that. However, thinking should be a process where if a thoughts come up in our head, or we're thinking about something that we want to do or something that we want to say or execute, and that is important to us, we should write it down and then go through the process of breaking it down, thinking about the pros and cons and why we should take action of doing it. It's kind of like working out. The more you exercise your thought, pushing them to the point where they become something better, thinking about a solution for something, and then you just make up the thought within your head, and then you don't put it down to kind of like review and go over it. The first part is like, okay, I think about something and I just do it. The second part is I think about the solution, but I dig deeper in the solution, which gives me a better result than the first one. Number 2, thinking need to be intentional and deliberate. We tend, like I said before, we tend to just think and let thoughts come up to our heads themselves. However, we need to schedule a time, sit down. This is just a thinking time. I have things in my life that I want to think about and then find solution, express them better. And then once we do that, we can capture those thoughts through writing in a journal, on a piece of paper, where we can expand on them later. Take action on those thoughts. We take the time, schedule the time, think about it, and then take action. The thoughts may come up when we're doing something, either when we're working out or we're running. Then we capture those thoughts on a piece of paper. We'll have note on our phone nowadays, so we can just do that and then schedule the time to go over that thought and think it later. You may have a great idea. A great idea may hit you while you're driving or while you're running or working out, but you never take the time to pause for a minute, capture that thought, leave it in your phone or something, and then have the time scheduled to, okay, let's go see what that idea is about and how we can make it better. 3 fundamental steps to thinking, the process of the thought that you have or the action that you want to take. You need to think realistically about it, which is the realistic thinking. You need to think strategically before you take action. And then lastly, you need to think creatively. If we are able to break down our thought process within those 3 parts or within those 3 steps, we are able to come up with better thoughts. Thinking realistically, maybe it's like, thinking about your situation, when, where you meet a girl, or when, where you are trying to approach a girl. Be realistic about it. Be realistic about the type of girl and the setting that you are going to talk to the girl in. Now, being strategic about it, like what is the first thing that you may say to her? The way you speak, the tone of your voice. Be yourself. Put your voice out there, and then not trying to be anybody else. You need to be strategic about those things, and then you need to be creative. You can come up with some joke. Those are things that obviously you will do those in the moment, but before that you may have a little time where you think about those things, like, okay, what may be a good joke, right? Or how can I be more creative to present myself better? These things can be applied in everything. It can be applied in business. It can be applied in working out, exercise, gym, etc. And make your action more productive and your thinking more effective. And lastly, everything in life start with a thought. Start with a tiny thought that end up becoming an action, and then you go from the process of having the thoughts to capturing the thought to breaking the thought down, and then having strategic process and step to make that thought into a reality, an action. It's always the mind before the reality. If you want to create something, it starts with the mind, starts within yourself. So we kind of like neglect it because we take it for granted that we just know how to think. But we should also be intentional about it and then breaking it down, having a process where we can make our thinking more effective, so that the things that we're creating as a result of the cultivated mind, of the cultivated thinking. Every great ideas, every great thing that you've seen in this world have started with someone thinking about it. The United States has started as a thought of few people thinking about it, coming together, expanding on that thinking, expanding on that thought, and then decided to take action to make it a reality. Now we have a great nation, which is the United States. Dr. Martin Luther King with the civil rights movement. It's a thought that has happened, then he take action about it, then it was a strategy about it, then he find how to touch people, to inspire them with his message, to take action and to change society in itself. All of these things start with a thought, and then if you take your thought with more seriousness and with a little bit of importance, don't take it for granted, but think about it, I'm pretty sure the things that you will put out in the world will be much greater, will have much greater impact, and will last longer. This is my own belief, and I think every man should always think realistically, strategically, and creatively. Here are the 3 books that will help you become a better thinker and will help you think effectively and be productive in your action. Book number 1, How Successful People Think by John Maxwell. Book number 2, Mindset by Carol Dweck. She talks about growth mindset versus fixed mindset. It changed your perspective about how we think about becoming better, becoming the best version of ourselves. The last book is Start With Why by Simon Sinek, which talk about leadership. I hope you guys enjoy. If you like the video, like, subscribe, share it with friends, and until next time, peace.